Welcome back everyone. In this demonstration video, I'm going to show how to add an quiz which grades the quiz by itself and provide us the mark. In the previous demonstration videos, I showed you how to upload a document, upload your PowerPoint slides for a presentation for the students. Now how to upload a quiz. Now we have an option called as add an activity or resource. Again, we need to turn on the edit mode, add an activity or resource. Here we have an option called quiz. So as soon as we click on the quiz, it takes us to the quiz page. We can give a name for the quiz. So let me give here quiz 1. Description, if you want, you can provide any description. Now here the timing, when you want the quiz to be open. So if I give advanced timing over here, for example, 17th August at a specific time, till that time the Moodle page will show that there is an activity called as quiz 1 available. It will also show when it will be open. Till that time the students will not be able to access this quiz. And close the quiz, when the quiz has to be opened, when the quiz has to be closed. All this we can be selected. Ideally speaking, what we used to do is that we just enable the opening time. We do not provide the close the quiz. What we give is we enable this time limit. So if it is a 20 MCQs or 20 true or false, 20 questions are going to be there and each question carries only 1 mark, then we provide 20 minutes or to the maximum 30 minutes. So when I provide 30 minutes as the time limit, from this time the quiz will be opened. I have not enabled the quiz closing time. So from this time, when the student opens the quiz, from the opening time, within 30 minutes, the quiz will be automatically closed. Okay. So when the time expires, what should be done? Open attempts are submitted automatically. Will they get a grace period? And attempts must be submitted before the time expires. So we have the option of selecting the answers, but if you don't click the submit, those answers will not be counted. So I usually give the open attempts are submitted automatically, right? And if you want, you can give the close quiz time also. So at that particular point of time, the quiz option will be closed for everyone and no student will be able to access the quiz activity. Now coming to grading, we'll give uncategorized grading. Grade to pass. For example, if I have a 20 mark quiz, 50% of that is 10. So every students who score 10 or more than 10 will be given as a pass mark. Others will be given as a fail one. And how many attempts are allowed? Now here this is given as unlimited because the quiz can also be used for learning as well. And the same quiz can be used for assessment also. So here, as we are going to grade the quiz for an internal assessment or continuous internal assessment, will give us 1 attempt. Then the layout option here. So the layout option, there is an option called new page. So each question will be displayed in a new page, or we can have every 2 questions to be displayed in a new page, every 5 questions displayed in a new page, or all the 20 questions can be displayed in a single page. For preventing the students on copying the answers or discussing the answers while writing the assessment or attempting this quiz, I always give every question. So each and every question will be coming in a new page. I will not number the questions as well. So as I am not numbering the question, the student will not know which question they are answering, and the questions will be jumbled for each and every student as well. So in this way, we can control to an extent to avoid the students copying the answers from others. The next one is question behavior. Shuffle within questions, yes, which means within the questions even the options will be shuffled. So that if I say that the question starting with this word, answer is option C. The option C for myself will be different. The option C for my neighbors will be entirely different. So shuffle within questions is also an option. We can prevent some kind of malpractice. So how questions behave? There is deferred feedback, adaptive feedback, immediate feedback. So I usually give deferred feedback. So these are examples. If I'm using the quiz for learning purpose, then I will give immediate feedback. But we need to give what the feedback is. What feedback should be given to the student if the student selected the right answer? What feedback should be given to the student if the student selected the wrong answer? If we feed those details, then these things will work properly. So deferred feedback means only after completing the whole quiz, they will be getting this feedback. Okay. So now review option. This is very important because during the attempt, the student will be able to see the maximum mark only. Okay. So immediately after the attempt, we should not show whether the answers are correct, what was their maximum mark, what is their mark, any feedback, which is the right answer, overall feedback also if you want to give, yes, otherwise not required. So the attempt is shown. Later, while the quiz is still open, which means I have submitted, I have completed my attempt, I have submitted the quiz, I got the, but still the quiz is open, which means my other students, other friends are still attending the quiz, attempting the, making the answers. Even that time, I don't want these options to be visible. So that if I give these answers as visible, then I will submit it. I can see which are the correct answers and I can help my friends. So I will remove all these options. After the quiz is closed, which means the quiz is closed for all the students, every feedback will be given to the students. It will be available. So again, by utilizing these options, we can prevent some kind of malpractice. With respect to appearance, it is the student's image. Decimal points in grades, 0 is the best one because we are not going to have any negative marks. We are not going to have multiple marks. Only one question means it carries only 1 mark. There's an option for safe exam browser, but it requires some kind of plugin which is not compatible with the Moodle version what we are currently using. Extra restrictions on attempts we are not going to provide. If you give a password over here, then as soon as the student click on the quiz link, they will be asked to enter a password in order to attempt the quiz. So we are not going to give it here. Again, these feedbacks we can provide here. If the students score 100%, what will be the feedback? From 80 to 100%, what will be the feedback? 60% to 80%, what will be the feedback? So if you want to give feedbacks like that, depending upon the student's score, you can provide it here. I usually do not give that during the exams. So I'm not going to give any feedback over there. Then common module settings, it should be shown on the course page. Other these things are not required to change anything. Let it be default. The main settings what you have to use for quiz as an assessment procedure is that this review options, this deferred feedback, new every questions in a new page, only one attempt is allowed, and you have to give this time limit. These are very important. After giving these settings, I will give save and display. So now it is showing me the quiz page where there are no questions. So no questions have been added yet. I need to add the questions. So here quiz settings, we have just now made the settings. Question is here. So I can click on the questions. Now here I can add question over here. So maximum grade, I told 20 questions, so 20 marks. If I give shuffle here, all the questions will be shuffled. I'm going to add the questions. So I can add a new question, or from an existing question bank, I can choose the questions, or I can add a random question. Okay, so when I click a new question, it will show multiple options which type of question I need to add to my quiz. It is a multiple choice, a true or false, match the following. So we have all options over here. We can explore those things. I'm going to give cancel right now. Now many of us will have the questions with us, right? So how to get those questions into Moodle? I'll show an easy way. Now I'm going to open a page. Yeah, here this is a true or false which I have already created. So there is a statement, whether the statement is true or false. So the option is given as A, B, B and answer what is the option, which is the correct answer. That option should be given here. So if this is an MCQ, I just need to add option C, what it is, then option D, what it is. Now I have to give what is the correct answer. Now this will become a multiple choice question with 4 options, right? So let me delete this because I don't want to meddle with this one. So I have all the statement and or the question with multiple options. What is the answer? So if we convert our questions in this particular format, it will be very easy for us to upload all the questions what we have in a single go into our Moodle page. Okay, so let me go to the page here. Now add questions, add from a question bank. Now before going to the question bank, here we have question bank. I click on the question bank. If I need to add from the question bank, first I need to add these questions into the question bank. So I went to the question bank tab over here. Now here there are questions. I click on that. We have multiple options like export, import, categories. So I'll give import. So as soon as I give import, it will give various options for me to import my existing questions to the question bank. So here already I have generated the questions in a text format. So this is the format in which we can upload the question bank. Now already it is saved for myself. Now already this is saved as a text file and in the format which the Moodle can easily recognize. So I will close this document. I will select this icon format. Icon format is a format, a text document format. So I have selected that icon format. Then I need to choose a file. I browse through the files which has this quiz questions. Let me check the document in the folder which I have made earlier. Yeah, here. Okay, so true or false, this is a document. I select that document and open it. Now it is taken over here. The text file is added over here. I'll upload this file. So when I upload this file, it will be shown here. As soon as I give import, it will show all the questions that was there in the text. So now these questions are numbered. I already explained you that the numbering should not be there. So if the numberings are there, then the student might easily say that, okay, this is the first question answer, second question answer. But however, if you have shuffled the options inside it, that's not a problem. So I usually ask them not to number the questions. Now I have added these questions into the question bank. So I'm going back to the questions page. Now my quiz doesn't have any questions. I move on to the, so we saw that there are 15 questions, so 15 marks. I will save this 15 marks here. So this quiz option is for 15 marks. Now I'll add the question from question bank. See all the questions what we uploaded right now, the 15 questions are over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I am selecting all the questions. All are true or false questions. Add select questions to the quiz. So can you see here? Now all the questions are added and each question is carries 1 mark. So 15 questions are there, 15 marks, total 15 marks. Now if I have given only 10 over here, now this 15 marks will be converted to 10. Okay, so our grades will show disparities. So I need to give the same mark what is shown over here. So 15, I'll give 15 and save it. Right? So now the questions are added. If I go to the quiz tab right now, as I am the editor, I'll only be able to see preview quiz. So we can see how the quiz will be shown to the students as well. So I'm going to click on the preview quiz. Now it shows a dialog box. There is a time limit for this quiz. So we have selected 30 minutes of time limit. So as soon as I give start attempt, the timer will go on. By 30th, at the end of the 30th minute, the quiz will be automatically closed even before I submit the answers. I'm giving start attempt. Now there are 15 pages. Each page will have one quiz question. The time left is keep on going. Now I can select the answer, then go to the next page. So the second question will come. This second question might not be the same question the neighboring student has, because the questions are jumbled, right? So now this is only true or false, so it will be in the same order. Now if we are given multiple choice, the choices will also be shuffled. Okay, so now I'm going back. I can also choose the questions directly from the question matrix. Now I'm going to go back. So after this is finished, the answers will be automatically submitted. Now one mistake what I did was I should have given 50% as 7.5, because I assumed that there are 20 questions, so I gave 10. So in this quiz, now what will happen is that out of 15 I should get at least 10 marks to get a pass mark. So its status is in progress. As soon as I finish, it will be showing us completed. Okay, so when a student opens, the student will not be able to see the preview. The quiz is currently not available because it opens only on 17th August at 8:07 p.m. Okay, whatever time we have set when the quiz should be opened. Okay, only at that particular time the start attempt option will come. The student will be able to attempt the quiz. So this is as soon as we submit the quiz, depending upon the key what we have given, the Moodle will automatically grade and it will show the marks for each student. What is the average performance? What is the distribution of marks across the students? All these things will be seen in the grades page. Okay, I'm going to the course page. Now course page has the lesson plan, what we upload as a document, the PowerPoint presentation as a SCORM package, the quiz. Hope now you are able to upload a quiz and do an assessment for your students. Thank you.